Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Raptor X here with Good Clean Gaming RX, and today we are back in Star Citizen once again. This time in the new Drake Vulture. This one was added in the 3.18 patch and is now available for flight in the verse. If you've not purchased one of these previously, you know, on a concept sale or something, they're not available in game yet, but because it's PTU, anyone can get in and test them currently. So I'm going to go ahead and go over salvage operations today. So I've basically just come to one of the Lagrange points. This one just happens to be Referral 2. And I've found here an 890 jump carcass. So I'm just going to go ahead and start salvaging here. So I've hit M to deploy my salvaging heads there. I'm going to go ahead and hit the right mouse button to swap over to the abrade scraper module, as that's got a little bit of a wider beam and fills things up a little faster at the cost of a little bit of efficiency, or cost of a little bit of speed. And then I don't have any of my tractor beam tools or anything with me today, so I'm going to show you basically how you can do this from the point of having literally nothing, just your ship and your undersuit and helmet, and we'll basically go over how to salvage from beginning to end and sell this stuff. So I'm going to go ahead and get started here. I've used left alt and the mouse scroll wheel to move my my beam impact points apart slightly, and you can do that, you know, like so, by basically just moving those slightly apart. Then just go ahead and go at it. I've hit the G key on my keyboard as well, and that basically allows me to use the gimbal swivel, so that instead of moving the entirety of my ship, I can just go ahead and move just the gimbal mounts on my mining heads, or my salvaging heads. And then that allows me to, number one, save a little bit of gas, since I'm not moving my ship around the whole time, and also to remain a little bit more stationary and more easily accessible. So as you can see, there's this flashing yellow bar there that lets me know that my filler station is ejecting a filled RMC box. That'll be a 1 SCU box of RMC, recycled material composite, and that means that that one has been spat out of there, and we're going to have to go down and get that one out of the way before we can fill up a third box. Now the second one will fill up just fine, but by the time you get to a third box, the egress point there is blocked, and you've got to go down and get that moved out of the way. So obviously I don't have my tractor beam with me. That's going to represent a little bit of a problem, or would have. There we go, filler station blocked. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to get out of my seat here by holding the Y key, and we'll head back. Back to here. So now this is something that we can do then if you don't have your tractor beam with you. So you can go ahead and you can go down here and hit create, and then you can zoom in here. I'm going to go ahead and hit Pyro Multi-Tool, and that'll create one of those, and there we go. So I'm going to go ahead and grab that. Very good. And then I can't do the true hull tractor beam attachment at this point, because I'm going to have to fill up another canister to be able to do that. But I do have my multi-tool now, so I'm going to go ahead and we'll store that. Get back in and create enough of another box that we can go ahead and move that next one. There we go, and as you can see, this does fill up pretty rapidly, especially if you're doing things efficiently and keeping both of those circles down there in the bottom center of the screen at maximum. You want to keep those up, 50-60% if at all possible, and that allows you to process that material and get it off the ship that much faster. There we go. Filler station is blocked again, so I'm going to go ahead and get out of here again. And this is really the only tedious part of salvage. Is getting down here and moving the stuff out of the way. So I can go over here and hit create again. I'm going to go ahead and we'll hit this tractor beam attachment. And I'm going to go ahead and we'll grab that one. Get into our inventory here and oops, there we go. Assign that onto. Hang on, where'd my tractor beam go? Maybe that's upstairs. Oh, there it is. Perfect. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and grab that. And jump into here. And attach that. There we go. Perfect. And I can now go ahead and move this out of the way. And attach it to my inventory grid. It looks like the grid is working properly today. So we can go ahead then and... There we go. Good. That's stored on my person now. And go ahead then and begin the process of filling up these compartments again, the 1SCU boxes. Now the 1SCU boxes of RMC actually sell for about 7,000 and change. So I'd actually recommend that you purchase a multi-tool rather than building one, because that's a very expensive multi-tool. You can pick one up at really any other cargo decks, or at I think many of the mining stations have them, as well as places like Tammany and Sons. Most of the weapon outfitters, they all have them as well. And have them for only a few $100, so it's a few hundred credits alpha UBC. So much more efficient and more economical to do it that way. However, if you're in a pinch or got into your ship without getting the stuff from your local inventory, you can go ahead and do that and get that stuff moved out of the way. So as you can see, at this point we basically just play Power Wash Simulator and move the scrapers over the hull here. Go ahead and okay, so now we are blocked again. So I'm going to go ahead and we'll move these out of the way. That's actually really quite quick. So if you do have a buddy who's willing to work with you here and split some of the profits, I do kind of recommend having a second player on board, because that just means that you can... Oh, no, goodness, come back here. There we go. What in the world is going on? That's really strange. That one's too heavy to pick up, so... And we can't eject it. Oh goodness, don't tell me I'm going to have to make another one of these. There we go. Alright, so now we should... Wait a minute, that's not what we have. There we go, perfect. So that's got that moved out of the way. Now we can go ahead and eject this. And that'll go ahead and push that out of there. And give us a brand new canister filled up with our MC. We'll go ahead and drop that one into position. Those will go ahead and snap in. So I've got 3 of those now. Those are worth about 9,000. No, sorry, about 7,000 and change a piece. At this point, we're about 18 minutes into the video, so I'm going to go ahead and do like maybe 1 or 2 more of these, and then we'll go down and sell them at the TDD station, and we'll see about how much we can get from those. I'm going to go ahead and move down here because the whole health down here seems to be a little bigger. Go ahead and make sure that I'm actually using the braid scrapers here, because I have had those reset on me before. Go ahead and get really nose on here. Nose up to the vehicle here. I'm just going to go ahead and see about scraping this off of here. So I'm still experimenting a little bit with the most efficient way to actually get this off. I've been able to maintain a pretty good 45 to 50 efficiency rate on a lot of this stuff, or throughput. There we go. So we've got one of those ejecting in the bottom there. Go ahead then and fill up the next canister here. This one unfortunately does not seem to be putting out nearly as quickly as it normally does. So I'm not getting quite the efficiency that I normally do. Okay, there we go. So I'm going to go ahead and we'll put these away now. I'm going to go ahead and we'll get those ejected and out of the canister. Or the compactor, I guess you could call it. Oh goodness, it's broken again. So this is a bug that I've actually not encountered. For some reason it's doing some really weird stuff with that. So I'm gonna have to go ahead and report that on the issue council. Anytime you're playing PTU, or really even the live servers, and you run into a bug, it always helps to report it to the devs on the Star Citizen Issue Council, and just makes them aware of the issue. Perfect. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead then and we'll set our quantum travel point to Hurston. And we are just going to go ahead and set this to Lorville. That's going to be my ultimate destination. Spool up our quantum drives. And away we'll go. So I'm going to go ahead and pick up once we have reached Lorville. And we'll continue from there. Okay, so we have arrived at Lorville. Go ahead and there we go, do a nice surface ping. There's actually a little bit of excitement coming in. I've noticed quite an increase actually in quantum interdictions. And I was coming in and actually had a couple of pirates yank me out of quantum travel. Thankfully, I just hit full afterburner and blew right past them. You know, they let off a few rounds at me, but I wasn't stopping to say hi. not in a vulture. So blew right past them and was able to get out of their quantum jammer range and jump back into quantum travel. But that is definitely something to look out for as you're flying around the verse. 318 seems to have had a significant increase in quantum interdictions, at least in the Open PTU. And so it's worth being aware of that when you are out and about. I guess another thing to be aware of is the fact that the landing zone appears to have changed slightly, and a lot of the landing areas now, the hangars that you'll be landing in, are a little bit smaller than they normally are, which means that they're a little bit harder to get your ship into. So apparently, there we go. I was gonna say my ping's not working properly. We should be getting a contact authorization here momentarily. I'm gonna go ahead and we'll just contact them right off the bat here. There we go. And there we are. There's my landing zone. I'm gonna go ahead and ping this. There we go. Got our doors opening up right there. I'm going to bring my speed way down here. Okay, I know. I'm good, thanks. Alright, I'm going to go ahead and we'll put this in. Gently. There we go. Rotate up. As I said, it's a bit of a tight squeeze now. So it's often easier to go in vertically, and then as soon as you're positioned halfway decently, go ahead and rotate to properly face the the ground and align to the ground, I guess. Not facing the ground. But to go out there, so I'm actually going to go ahead, we'll close this door and go out the back way here. There we go. And the door just opens up on the back here. There we go. And you can go ahead and get out. Oh, that was close. Close that up there so we don't take any extra damage. As you can see, we are barely fitting on that pad. There's not a whole lot of room for it. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and we'll call the elevator here. We'll head down to the spaceport. I'm not going to store my ship at this point because there was a bug a few patches back that basically, if you stored your ship with any sort of cargo on it, it would bug and all of the cargo would get erased. And so I've learned the hard way not to store your ship. You go and you sell your cargo first, and then you come back and and store your ship. Which unfortunately means that the dropping off cargo takes a little bit longer. But it's not too awful bad still. It's, you know, just means you have to make a return trip to get your ship stored again, unless you're just taking it out again. Another great benefit is that the trams seem to be operating on a little greater frequency. You know, you're waiting only like 20 or 30 seconds maybe for another train to come along, instead of a minute and a half like it used to be sometimes. So I'm going to go ahead and we'll drop into the central business district here where we can sell our RMC. And I'm going to go ahead and pick up when we reach that location. Okay, so we've reached the central business district. Just exited the tram there. We're going to go ahead and head up the stairs here, and we're actually going to go to the left side of the complex here. Over the right there, you've got the display cases, where you can purchase various different weapons for your ships. All the attrition, laser repeaters, and scatter guns are there. I think the cannons are also there as well, so you can purchase those and outfit your ships with them. The TDD station, of course, is here to the left, and we can go ahead and select our Drake Vulture. And it should populate. There we go. So we've got 5 of our RMC canisters. We can go ahead and hit max and sell those, and that'll be 38,500. And we'll go ahead and confirm that. And there we go. Purchase successful. Well, we've sold those, I guess. They've successfully purchased those from us, and we now have our balance of 1.14 million Alpha UEC. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for watching. Take care. Hopefully you've found this beginner's guide useful. If you have, go ahead and hit that like and subscribe button down below, and do consider leaving a comment. And I will see you all in the next video. Take care, everyone. Ta-ta.